This is a Fender Player Mustang 90 in Seafoam green. How does it play and how does it sound? Let's find out. Hi, hey, I'm Landon. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe to my channel now and click like now because I said that. If somebody says something in a video, you do it. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, how's it going? This is a guitar review. This is a Fender Player Mustang 90 in Seafoam green. I already said that in the intro, but just wanted to repeat myself. So, yeah, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe if you do like these videos. And also leave a like and leave a comment if you have any comments about the video. What I do in my guitar demos is the video is broken up into 3 major parts. I'll do a big deep dive where I go into the guitar, I open it up, take a look inside, take all the measurements and all the specs and everything like that. Get a lot of close-ups, really get into the guitar, see what it is. Then I'll capture some tones, some clean, some dirty, through various amps and pedals and stuff like that. And then at the end of the video I do like a summary and pros and cons and what I think of this guitar. I did do an initial unboxing and first impressions video. If you want to check that out, take a look in the cards and you can go check that one out and then come back and watch this. So this is my first P90. This is my introductions into P90 pickups. If that's the right way to say it. And it's less common to find P90 pickups on Fender guitars these days. Typically you see them on a lot of Epiphone and Gibson guitars. This guitar, I don't know how I saw it somewhere a few months ago and it was on my mind and then I finally just went for it. Even though I didn't love the look of this end, but this is a Mustang, right? This is you know, I'm not going to get into the history of the Mustang because I don't know anything about the history of the Mustang, but you can look that up if you want. I really just wanted the P90s and I like the Seafoam green and I like the Fender Player series. So enough about me. Let's just do a quick walk through, spec summary of the guitar, and then we'll get into the big deep dive. So it's like I mentioned, it's a Fender Player Mustang. It's got the Fender, you can see Mustang on the headstock there. It's got your standard tuners. It's a satiny neck. I'll get into the full specs later on. It's a bolt-on Seafoam green, very slim body, dog fur not included. That's my dog. Thanks, Sam. Get that off of there. What? Yeah, we're gonna go soon. Okay. 2 MP90 Fender pickups, single coil P90s. Got a hardtail bridge, string through, and a 3-way selector, volume, tone. Very simple. Probably why I'm interested in this. Similar to a Telecaster. Very, very simple setup. That's a quick rundown. Let's now go into the deep dive and check it out. All right, here we go with the deep dive, and this is the first thing I usually do. I take my food scale from Canadian Tire. This is a 3.189 kilogram. You know what that is in pounds? There it is, because I was going to ask you, but now we know. 7.03 pounds. Super light. I like this weight. This is the kind of guitar that I'm more inclined to pick up and use more often because it's so light. Here's the resistance measurements. That's the neck pickup, 8.22. Here's the middle, which is 4.17. Sometimes I call that the middle pickup for some reason, even though there's no middle pickup. 8.26 for the bridge. So there's some numbers. You can take those numbers and do whatever you want with them. All right, so next part, we're going to go inside the guitar. This part here, I just loosen the strings a little bit. I don't take them off completely. That saves a little bit of time later. You don't have to restring the guitar. Just want to make them loose enough so I can lift up the pick guard and slide and have enough space that you can pull it out safely. So first thing I'm going to do first thing I'm going to do is open up the control cavity. It's just 3 screws and pull it up softly here. Try not to rip out the cables. I've never opened this kind before, so I'm going to take a look closer up inside. Nice clean cavity. I always like to see that. No shielding paint in there. I don't think it's necessary. There's the output jack, or is it the input jack? input-output. Here's the pots, a brand I've never heard of before, Ginsung, and they're 375K, which is kind of cool. I looked that up after, and the references I kept seeing were hot rodding. So I guess these are hot rodded pickups. I don't know what that means exactly. Taking off the pick guard now. Just take note, there are 2 screws right in the center that hold it down in the middle that are easy to miss. So I'm just trying to slide it out here carefully, and I've given myself enough slack with the strings loosened that I can just slide it out, and I'm doing a great job at being terrible. There we go. I'm also trying not to rip out the wiring and break everything. So pulling it out here and then flip it over, and you can see it's got the 3-way selector. And when you look at it up close, it looks like Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. And he's still alive. There we go. Now just doing some close-ups. These pickups are huge. When you actually look at the plastic casing around them, I'm not going to take them out and open them up. I don't want to do that. But hey, Johnny, how you doing? But you can see they're actually taking up a lot of space. They're not just like this little pickup. There's the body ground going into the side of the body there. Just some more close-ups. Pretty cool. This is my first time looking at P90s. So I had no idea what to expect, and yeah, they're a lot bigger than I expected for sure. And just putting it back on here. If you notice the color change on the body, that's because it's 2 different cameras. The brighter quality picture was my Samsung smartphone when I did the close-ups there. So I'm just doing a tap test now before I put the screws back on. I always plug in an amp, make sure the connections are still good. Just tap the pickups on each selection, make sure they're still good. I always recommend doing that. Don't put stuff back together and then have it fail. And so just putting the control cavity back on. Really nothing else much more. Pretty simple inside, pretty clean. There was a bit of sawdust, I cleaned it up, but overall really nice. And from what I expected, that's what I expect from a Player Series model, is what I meant to say. Okay. All right, now is the part where you get to glaze over and just ignore me while I'm reading over all the official specs from Fender.com, and you can take a look at some close-ups here. So again, it's a Mustang body shape. The neck is a C shape. Scale length is 24 inch. Fingerboard radius is 9.5 inch. It's 22 frets, medium jumbo. It's got a synthetic bone. So these are all pretty standard specs, except for the scale length. It's a shorter guitar. Nut width is 1.65 inch. And the bridge and the neck pickup, they're both called Mustang MP-90s. And that's the P90 pickups for Fender. 3-way selector, nothing special there. They're both single coils. The bridge is 6 saddles string through the body hardtail with bent steel saddles. Everything is, the tuning machines are standard, 4-bolt neck plate, and it comes with 1046 strings, which is kind of cool. Bit heavier, which is nice. And just taking a look at the back of the neck here, the satiny finish, I mentioned that. There is an optional gig bag, because I guess it's a shorter size gig bag. It's called an urban short scale guitar gig bag. Doesn't come with the guitar, but anyways, that's all the specs. Now is the part where you can listen to me peel off the plastic, or if this isn't part of a live premiere or something like that, you can skip ahead to the sound demos, or you can just enjoy this. there you go. Deep dive. That's kind of appropriate for Seafoam green, like going under the sea. What? All right, there you go. There's the deep dive. You got to see all the specs. You got to hear it. You got to see the close-ups. Let me know if anything stood out to you. If you have any questions about it, leave a comment below. I'm in different lighting right now, so I always notice little things. So this is the part of the video now. You got to hear it, but now we're going to do my pros and cons and my summary of what I think about this guitar. So, oops. And this is just all personal stuff, right? You can agree with me, or you can not agree with me, or you can be neutral about it. So let's start with the pros. It's a Player Series model. These are the Made in Mexico line. The fit and finish is solid. I'm always impressed with the Player Series. I have a Player Series Telly. I have a Player Series Strat. They're over there. Maybe I'll do another video in the future and have them all together. So yeah, the fit and finish, it's what I expected. And that leads into like the neck. I really like the necks on these Player models. The frets are always well done, except for that one that I had. In irregularity, I had a Fender Player Jazzmaster that the frets were bulging out. Different kind of fretboard. It was a Pau Ferro, I believe. Anyways, getting off topic. Always like the Player Series stuff. The neck, really like it. And I mentioned earlier, the Mustang is a super simple guitar. At least this one doesn't have the trem system. It's similar to a Telly for me, so I really enjoyed it. The P90 pickups, super impressed with those. They are nice with clean sounds, and they're rip-roaring kick-ass with dirty sounds. And hopefully that captured across well in the recordings. I never know if it's going to come across the same way that I'm hearing it in the room. Usually it's a little bit different. Yeah, so that's my pros. I guess another pro would be the weight, but I mean, it's a skinny body, so you got to expect that it's going to be light. 7-pounder, right? I believe. Moving on to my cons. These are just little nitpicky things always. I'm not a huge fan of the body, and that's a Mustang thing. I don't know, that curve there, and this is just cosmetic, right? But holding it and playing it, and with the P90s, that totally makes me forget about it, so no big deal. I don't mind that at all. Another little nitpicky thing, little speck of maple syrup on the neck. That's really nothing, it's just like a little mark. Other than that, I really don't have anything to complain about. So in summary, do I like the guitar? Yes, I love it, and I do recommend this guitar. They make two other models, two other different colors that I'm not really keen on. One's like a purple and one's like a natural. And it's the maple fretboard and the Seafoam green that really got me on this, and the black. I like the black P90s. So yeah, so there we go. I really like this guitar. It's exactly what I expected. My experience has been solid, and really happy with it. So if you're looking for a Fender guitar with P90s, take a look at these. I know they've been around for a little while. I think they've just re-released them this year in 2020. Maybe like a refresh, because on Fender's site, on the American site at least, fender.com, they say they're new, even though they were out before. So there you go. There's what I think of it. My first intro into a Mustang and a P90 guitar. So overall, super happy, and it's really great. So now I turn this over to you. Have you played a Mustang with P90s, or any guitars with P90s? What's your favorite guitar with a P90? Doesn't have to be a Fender. Let me know in the comments. And that's going to do it for this video. I'm getting really thirsty. These lights are very hot. If you haven't already, just take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Click a like on the video if you do like it. Share it around. Share around my channel. I will have, I think I mentioned the unboxing. I got this at Sweetwater. I'll put links to, I don't have any affiliate links with Sweetwater, but I have affiliate links with Amazon and Thomann. So if you're interested in getting one of these, check out those links. And the way that works is I get a small percentage of a purchase when you buy something on there, and it doesn't cost you anything more. So if you're not cool with affiliate links, that's cool as well. Just Google Fender Mustang 90 Seafoam green, and you'll find a lot of sites that have it. That's going to do it for this video. Again, I'm Landon. Thanks for checking out my videos. If you didn't already, check out the initial unboxing and first impressions. Check that out. It's always interesting to see guitar taken out of its package the first time. At least I find that interesting. So, all right, as always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Nice and light. Look at that, I'm strong. I'm strong like lifting up guitar, so strong. This is a Fender Player Mustang 90 in a Seafoam green. I just fished it out of the ocean.